Ahoy. I think I'm live now. That's interesting. Okay. Well, um, still trying to figure things out. Um, oh, that's interesting. Uh, I can't seem to get window capture to work, so that's good. That bodes well. Let's just do just everything capture. How about that? Yeah. Oh man. Oh god. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to open this. It's really strange to be doing this because I'm not very good at it. Um, oops, not the right link. Okay, think I've got it now. Okay, I guess maybe I should preface what I'm doing. Everyone can see my Discord, that's good. I. Huh. Maybe I should restart the stream. Or maybe I should, like, actually do what I came here to do. Would that make more sense? I don't know. But I'm hoping that we'll actually be able to make progress. Because, I don't know, I guess I just felt like being live. Because everyone else is being live and I don't really have anything else I can do. So I'm just gonna explain the thing that I'm currently into to everyone. Is that cool with people? I I'm hoping maybe my friends will join me. Oh, cool, I can hear myself now. That's good. Maybe I should not do that. Okay. I'm not good at streaming, clearly. But we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. I'm just checking everything before I get lost in hell. Well, the server seems real great. um, oh god, what do you people want? Let me just make sure that I'm not doing anything really stupid. Okay, now we're in privacy. No need to be all over. Shut up, kitten. I'm glad that you're actually here. Because, wow, I'll have an audience to explain why I am currently obsessed with a certain thing. So, just let me know. Let me know if, like, something happens. Because I know it's blank right now. That much is obvious. We just have my cursor flailing around the screen because window capture apparently doesn't work. fascinating, isn't it? I just switched over to see what in the hell I was doing. Oh, is there a browser capture? Oh, what the fuck? Why did no one tell me that? Well, it doesn't seem like it's very helpful. There's just gonna be a lot of like Discord happening because I'm waiting because I don't know when this thing is gonna premiere and I'm streaming until it premieres, so I can explain to somebody. Oh, look, there's that. Well, okay, that actually seems a bit less stupid than I thought it would be. This is the page we're gonna want. Maybe it'll go. No. Yes! Yes, Queen, we did it. Okay. Am I gonna be able to, like, function it? Does it move when I move? Or am I just literally gonna have to capture my whole screen? Explain Bendy, your senpai? Oh god, you don't want me to do that. I have a whole ass wiki. We'll see if it actually, like, works. I don't really like the way it's popping up. So we're gonna go back to full capture. Go away. I'll explain him to you. My kohai. Oh god. I hate like moving the screen and everything. But like the reason like I wanted to do this is because everyone thinks there's just like one whole ass part to the story and there's like another whole ass two parts. So we're just gonna have to like go over it. I need to actually open up my chat in another place. So let me just do that. Set up my heart, senpai. Ooh. I'm gonna pop out chat actually. That seems like a better idea. But we'll manage. We're gonna manage, and we're gonna manage real good. Guard my privacy, huh? Okay. I lost my background at some point, which is kind of sad. The Windows update totally killed my vibe. But we're here. We're gonna do it. And the question here is my one whole viewer is how much do you know? How much are you aware of, my dear kitten? Because there's a lot and it's spooky. And considering like some of the shit that I've been through, oh my god. Some of the shit that I've seen in the past 2 weeks, I swear to god, has been fucked up. Nothing? You don't even know the original story? Holy shit. Wow, am I gonna have to do a narration? This is amazing. No, I won't do a narration. I'll just, I need to find the timeline. There it is. Yeah, I didn't know you didn't know. I'm sorry. It's just like something that's so ingrained in my brain that I don't realize because I've been following it since the beginning. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. But like, there's so much to it that it needs, like, explanation. I can't shake my microphone like that. I just can't. But we're gonna we're gonna talk about what the hell everything is, because it's not just the Zelda videos, obviously. This is the whole first arc timeline. You didn't? Oh, that's sweet. But this is the whole last timeline with the story that I don't feel like going too into. I mean, reading the whole thing is its own experience, but it takes forever if you don't feel like actually reading it. So, like, the whole point of the story is like every like it like started the whole cliche of get thing from get get used game from garage sale or yard sale or whatever, and it's really weird and different, but it's haunted. Like, this is where the trope came from. Like every single like video game creepypasta where it's like it's all like modeled off of this model. I'm touching my screen, but you can't see that. Sorry, but it's modeled after this. And yeah, I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely send it. I should probably have a link to it since that's what I'm talking about right now. That would probably be for the best. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh. So, like, it's it's literally just like that trope. It's like I want to like the whole point is I want to play games from my childhood, and also I am in college and am broke as all hell. Probably that's just something I infer. And we get the creepy person at like the yard sale. It's just some old guy, and he's very creepy. And his creepiness just adds to everything initially. It's like, you know what? Why didn't you just turn around and leave? Our protagonist is not the smartest cookie. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's not the brightest crayon in the box. But like, you know, he's lovable. I don't know. I'm a big stan. I stan him a little bit. Someone needs to, because we shit on him all the time. Um, so he's just like, you know what? This one last strange house, I'd love to go there. So he does that, and he's just like, hello, sir, do you have a video game? And then the old guy is like, sure, I'll be back in a jiffy. Literally a jiffy, he says. And then he just, look, and he just comes back, and look, it's the game you wanted. It's Majora's Mask. What a coincidence. It's just the thing you wanted, buddy. So he's all excited, like, yay, I got the game, even though it's literally just like some bootleg looking thing. A bootleg looking motherfucker, as they would say. So you just take it and go, and the old man's like, oh, goodbye then, goodbye, and he's just like, oh yeah, he said goodbye then. And he gets home and he's like, wait, did he say goodbye then, or did he say goodbye Ben? And boom, it was goodbye Ben. Because there's a file left on it called Ben, which is something I have experienced recently because my dumbass younger self made a file named Ben on my copy of Majora's Mask. So every time I open it, Ben is sitting there like, hey girl, and I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up. So that's fun. And like, I'm just doing the quick rundown. It's probably better to read the whole thing. Genuinely. Since I'm talking about it, I'm gonna link the wiki. Do not look at the fandom wiki ever, by the way. It is an abomination, something that we should never ever talk about. It was destroyed Just absolutely destroyed. It was decimated, we'll say. La la la. Why doesn't the gear pop up? Why do I have to expand in order to hit the edit button? That's just... Follow along on the wiki. Bam. Okay. Now we're good. I can put everything back. Bam. We good. I like to think I'm funny. I'm not funny, but I like to think I'm funny. So... we'll just keep going because my brain is shot. Yes, it's me bin, apparently. I'm watching, like, another Discord server just ramble at the moment. One of the Discord servers I'm in for the whole, the whole Ben ordeal as a whole. It's going crazy because there's an update today. Someone just said Ben has a small dick, and I'm very thankful for that. But, like, you don't have to have... One of the things that I think is useful about going into the story is you have to know a little bit about Majora's Mask, but you don't have to because he explains a lot of the stuff that you'd think is weird. It's like, oh, that's when you get this message when this happens, or that when that happens. And I feel like that's a good thing because not everyone has played it. And when I first read it, I had played it, but I hadn't beaten it. And I only actually beat the game after all of this happened. So silly little Tiki didn't finish her game until she was a teenager. But the point is, like, first it was just really weird and acting kind of funny, subtly acting funny. Like, oh, hello. Sometimes your name is Ben instead of Link, like you put it in there. And then, like, the thing that's, like, part of the catalyst is, he deletes Ben's save file, and then the NPCs are like, no, now you don't have a name. And then that's one thing that kind of pisses it off. But the other thing that pisses it off is he tries to, like, do a glitch to get an extra day to do things because of the 3-day cycle in the game. So he does the 4th day glitch, and then the game decides to just, like, be like, nah, no sir, you are not allowed. And then it starts doing things it really isn't supposed to do. You end up in the final boss room, and, like, it's just quiet and creepy and weird because this isn't supposed to happen. Like, I straight up would have turned it off. Like, at what point do you not think what is happening? Although he tries to reset it, but then the game is like, you're not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation. And then ends up, like, and then it's just like, what is happening? And then go to the lair of the temple's boss. Sure, why not press yes? Because you can't press no. You're not allowed to not go. You end up, dawn of a new day, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. And, like, this is the part where, like, the videos start. Like, the video, like, it the videos really help to understand what's happening, especially, like, if the wall of text hurts your brain. And the wall of text can hurt brains. It doesn't hurt my little brain. But, you know, that's just how it be because it's kind of long. There's, like, 4 different videos and 5 different, like, blocks of text. And oh, someone made him into a cat girl. That's not good. Oh wait, I think it's supposed to be an e-girl. I'm not sure. This chat is a freaking mess. But um the whole story is a lot more. It's just basically a lot of weird shit happens. You're getting Doki Doki vibes. um yeah, there's a lot of glitchiness cuz I should actually maybe I should open up the channel. I'm not sure. We can go to the channel. I'm subbed. Look at all the people live now. Um I'm subbed. Y'all can see my subs. That's not a bad thing, I don't think. There's Wade. Why can't I bring up like all of my subs? Oh. I knew that. I knew that's how. Just Ben. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I think I've seen fan art of that. Um just to check. Okay, good. You see, this is the entire video archive here. You can see I've watched them several times. Every video I've had open at least once. I don't remember watching this video actually, which is kind of strange. And I have, even if it says I haven't, I think I had a completely different channel back then. I'm really not sure. But like, just to give like an idea of how like messed up it is, like this is what the world looks like at this current moment from what I just read. It is a mess. There's no path, there's nothing. It's just a hot mess. But the key points are getting teleported to places you shouldn't be. Oh my god, stop talking to me. I don't need this right now. Like weird stuff starts happening. Things are popping out where they shouldn't. Um the I didn't play the audio cuz you know how that is. But the uh what's the word I'm looking for? The the music in the background is the Song of Healing reversed. It doesn't sound all that different actually from the way it normally sounds, but it's like just unnerving enough to be not good because you know how audio sounds when it's reversed. It has like a weird whoop whoop thing quality to it and it makes it not so great. So you just have to deal with a lot of reversed music and giggles and jump scares in the first video. Because the first video, it's like I know a lot of like stupid like behind the scenes about this because I've been into it for way too long. But as they progress, the videos get less jump scary and weird and more like psychological. And the last one in the gameplay bunch, the original gameplay bunch, is actually my favorite because it's just really well executed. But we'll get to that. At least I hope we'll get to that before I get too tired. So we're there's just so much, you know. And like what? Yeah, imagine we're gonna Google some shit. Oh no, I can't type. Oh good. It knows. It knows what I want. It knows what we need. Imagine this fucker just like stalking you around. Like, how do you deal with that? This fucker just appears behind you like a jerk. He's a jerk. An absolute jerk. We do not stand the Elegy of Emptiness statue for creeping up behind us. And we do not stand the Happy Mask salesman either. We do not stand him. We only stand good boys in this house. And good girls. We stand the good. but like a lot of it, like you'd think, like when you read it, you have to actually like have a bit of other knowledge about it, because you have to have them both at once, I think, in order to understand the gravity. Because it's kind of funny, like when you think when you think about how oh yikes, how it's like a video game and it's like from the N64 era, and you think that's just a bunch of polygons, it's not gonna hurt me, it's not that bothersome. Like, you have to imagine this dude sitting alone in his room in the dark playing this game, and he's already kind of a shut-in. Spoilers, but he's like, and like all this weird stuff is happening in this game that you loved in your childhood, and it just gets worse as time goes on. And like reading it through, you, if you skip things or like skip paragraphs, you kind of laugh, because literally right here, it's kind of funny to think of from an outside point of view. By this point, I was on the verge of hysterics at a video game. Like, it's just strange if you don't like try to immerse yourself into it and suspend a little disbelief, which is my favorite thing about horror, actually, is that you need to suspend disbelief enough to understand, but not so much that anything can happen. There have to be certain rules and stuff in horror in order for it to be effective. Like, you can't just say, it's a spooky movie, or it's a spooky thing. You have to believe everything. No, you can take it with a grain of salt, and this story really does it well, because at the end, it kind of tries to, oh my god, it kind of tries to discredit, like, itself even, in the last bit, which I think is neat. So, even now, as we're playing, we're still trying to pick up the pieces of what's real, what's not. And it's kind of crazy, because we have to keep going, oh, did that actually happen? Did that actually happen? Or was that put in by Ben? Or because I mean, I'm not trying to just take this through like as it is, because if I wanted to do that, I'd just narrate it, you know. Um, and I've narrated some of it in Uwu, but that's not the same thing. But the key points here are the game's messed up. The Song of Healing and the Song of Time are no bueno to play when prompted. It's apparently your turn after being like electrocuted and set on fire, I guess, as poor Link is. You can't fight back, you can't do anything, you just keep getting wrecked over and over. And then the game says, hey, it's your turn, and also Ben is back. And it's like, you know what? I'm gonna stop playing video games for the night. I'm like, good move, buddy. And then, like, the one thing about this that's kind of, like, hilarious, because we shit on 4chan all the time because of this, is that this was originally posted on 4chan. And so, like, that was, like, the original audience, and more people came into it afterward because it actually progressed beyond just creepy 4chan thread, which is great. Because I don't like 4chan. I mean, I've been on there, but, like, I don't like the format more than anything. That, and you never know what you're gonna find. So, like, that's why it's just like, can I help? Like, the original is like, I need your help with this because this happened to me, and can anyone make sense of it? And that's why there's kind of like an open-ended, hey, what is this type of thing. But yeah, there's that video. Also, I should probably link his channel in the description too. Yeah, probably a smart idea. Look at me remembering things after the fact. Oh well, it's fine. We're just going as we go. It's no biggie. It's fine. We're doing as we can. We're just doing our best. We're doing what we can do. I'm such a novice streamer. No. Why are you being so sad? Why are you so sad, YouTube? YouTube! How could you? It's okay. If anything goes wrong, we'll know. Someone will tell me, I'm hoping. But the next part, the next chapter is like some more outside lore, because when you get something that messed up in your life, you have to go back to the source and be like, what did I just witness, my dude? So go back to the old man, but the old man's not there and he's moving, so that's great. That we're having nightmares about the statue and calling it Ben, because why wouldn't we? It has to be Ben, right? And we get to the most big lore bit is you get the date April 23rd, and 423 is a big number. We haven't seen it a lot recently in the Awakening bit, but it's been a significant number for a long time. 423 is everywhere. You'll see it in a lot of places, like in the videos as well. And significant things happen on the timestamp 423. We saw it on the website actually a few nights ago. There was like a timestamp of 423 and a screenshot. So it's still relevant, but it might also be because that video was supposed to be inserted with the ones in the original. I'm not sure. That's still new stuff. I need to rewatch that video, or the newest video actually. But it's just, there's a lot, and in order to play, you have to be able to grasp that much. Or, it's not in order to play, you can be in on it even if you just know the original story, but you're just going to be confused. And that's why I'm doing the stream, because someone needs to explain the other stuff. And that's why I'm just doing like a simple rundown of the first arc, which is another thing. There's 3 arcs, obviously. The Haunted Cartridge arc, which is the original story. The Moon Children arc, which took place on the website You Shouldn't Have Done That.net, which is now an archive of that series of website changes. And now the Hubris arc, which was split into before the hiatus and after the hiatus. And the hiatus was 8 years long. So, yeah. And there's like 2 halves of that. The before the hiatus was, I don't remember exactly. I don't remember off the top of my head what that was called. But this bit is the awakening portion of the Hubris arc. And the word hubris is pretty, another thing that's kind of notable, because it's a character's surname, it's the original title of a website, or the forum that we used, and some other stuff. Oh, yay. There's so much information, it's hard to dump it. I feel like I should, at some point, try to make, like, a YouTube video to explain it, but I don't want to, like, not credit anyone. I don't want to be, one of those guys. So I'd have to be like, who got this, or where did this come from, you know? It'd definitely be a lot, but I think it'd be more organized in that fashion, instead of just me stream of consciousness talking about it. So the main thing to glean from the first bit of this is that 8 years ago on April 23rd, at that time, this was in 2010, so that would have been 2002. On April 23rd, there was an accident with a young boy named Ben in the neighborhood, as it says, right? here. And, like, nothing else comes out, but there's not as much information, but we've gotten a bit more about it in the future, or we do get more, but at the time it's just that there's not a lot, and you know, it's just trying to figure out what in the heck is going on with this creepy ass game that he got. So play again, playing the Ben file, and I have to show like how weird, like how bizarre the beginning of this video is. I need to close the other one, but like, yeah. Where is Link? There he is. He just be like that. Like, he just be like that. He just be crooked. The poor guy, he needs a chiropractor. Yes. Me speaking. Right. La la. There's more weirdness. There's more of the happy mask salesman being like, you met with a terrible fate, haven't you? That happened in the last video. Realized I didn't mention that, but that's another key phrase, as well as the one that we'll see in next video, or in the next description. Yeah, like my life. But in the next summary, or the next chapter, we'll see the next key phrase, the one that's more associated with it. But you met with a terrible fate, haven't you, is something that just keeps being said. And it really hits home that you messed up, buddy. You really messed up, my guy, buddy, pal. And then I really should have kept it open so I could like show some of the stuff that's happening. I should be doing that, but you know, it's just hindsight, you know, 2020. And then you get burned to a crisp again. Always fun to be burned to a crisp again. And then this like always makes me kind of mad. Like, it doesn't make me mad, but it's the most nonsensical bit. And it's the fact that as Azora, he goes into the lake. he goes into the Great Bay and drowns. So it's really oof. Like, if the Zora can drown in the Ben cartridge, like, what else can happen? You know? And at this point, it's not like he's even playing the game. The game is playing him. The game has been playing him for quite a while. Also, I haven't said, like, the name yet, because I kind of have, like, self-consciousness. We all say, like, this character's name differently. Even the guy who made it says it differently. And everyone thinks, or a lot of people are like, ew, why would you say it like that? But, like, that's technically, I guess, the canon way to say it. Like, this name right here up at the top of my screen, the channel name, everyone says it differently. Everyone has their own opinion on it. It's just, I won't say it until it becomes important and when there's more than 2 characters. But we'll just know that it's a controversial type of thing, how to say his name. And, so the point is, the point of this is just to figure out what happened to Ben. And I'm gonna click it. No, don't play any audio, please. But literally, it's just telling you what happened to Ben. Ben drowned. There it is. Roll credits. That's the point of that one. It's just showing what happened to him. He drowned. Blah. So, the next chapter isn't even like a summary of the video, which is kind of compelling in a sort of way. Because if it's not a summary of the video, which is what these are supposed to be, like what what is it? It's just, this whole thing is just him being like, I'm scared, I can't sleep, I don't know what to do, I feel like I'm being followed, I'm hiding in my room, I don't know what to do, I want to go home, I want my parents. And it's kind of, this one makes me feel the worst for him because he just sounds so scared, like, even if you're reading text. But since there's no, like, real summary of this, I guess I'm gonna have to go into it. I like this video a lot too, but like, get out of the way preview. Go through, it's like the whole opening cutscene, and then the Skull Kid is just like, I'm just playing with you, bud. Like, it's just a prank, bro. And then the whole, for some reason, we don't transform into a Deku, which is interesting. And then this here is like the song prompt, and because the thing is, because it was a statue, that statue appeared. I guess people were like, oh, play the song that goes with it. What could possibly go wrong? So we did that, and then the game from there on out just repeatedly says, you shouldn't have done that. Every piece of text, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. And then Ben is getting lonely. And then here we are. Creepy statue shows up. He'll be given one last chance, dawn of the final day. And the save files are back. Again, there's no like real in-depth summary, but that's just what happens in the video. So the next one isn't, well, the next one is less of a summary and more of a supposed someone posting this for him. Just like, here, I'm posting this because he told me to, and just really wanted to see it, and half of it's missing. And it's like, why is half of it missing? And like the explanation in the text is, oh, I'm his roommate, and I clipped the video for him, and I didn't realize that this was important. But like, we all know that's BS because of the truth. And I don't have the truth actually with me, which is kind of sad. I didn't bring the truth over here. Darn. And it doesn't have its own page, so honestly, honesty is the best policy. But the truth is basically like everything behind the scenes that happened. It's a series of notes that he wrote as it went on, and it reveals a lot of things. Like, it's the trope of talking to Cleverbot came from that. And if you talk to Cleverbot and say anything about Ben, you'll get a response, because as soon as this document came out, everyone was like, I want to talk to Cleverbot about Ben. And then it just learned afterward about Ben and everything. So if you say anything about Ben, it'll respond that way. That's just how it be. But the truth is, I actually really like the truth because it's I just like the way it's written. I like that there's so many like spelling mistakes and everything. It feels really authentic. But it's also part of like the story, because there's 3 specific spelling mistakes in the truth, and it's all the word believe. And the mistakes, well, they're not really mistakes, they're intentional. But like the words in believe, like, or the letters in believe spell out like capitalized lie in each instance. So it just tells you not to trust this, even though it's called the truth. And there's a lot in it that makes it ambiguous, because it basically clarifies or explains that Ben has been messing around on his computer the whole time, or ever since the first video, because he recorded it and Ben followed the stream of that into his computer, and Ben's end goal was to get out on the internet. Or we assume that's what it was, because that's what happened. And the truth was a download link, and downloading the document brought Ben onto everyone's computer and out on the internet and let him be able to move from place to place. So that's fun, and that's what this is, this free down here. I'm glad you did that. That sort of thing. I didn't talk about this video because because it's the summary is in the truth, but again, it's my favorite, and the summary isn't really anything, or it is something. It explains some of the things that happened before the video got cut off, but it's more like everything that happened after that bit is what we see in the video. And there's a lot of speculation about what that is exactly, about what happened in there, or in that video. But it's pretty clear that something happened to our poor boy, our boy, and like, it's a lot of, we don't know. The thing about this whole Ben drowned story ARG is we don't have a lot of straight up facts. Everything is pretty ambiguous. Anyone can be lying. There's not a lot that you can really take as truth, which is ironic considering the truth is an important document. And there's a lot of the truths. And there's this constant need for a pursuit of the truth, but we never really get any closer. He's dead, Jim. He sure is. I mean, that's basically what we're all assuming right now, is that he's dead. But considering how weird things are getting and how becoming a spirit inside of something electronic is a growing theme, it's entirely possible that that's where he is. I mean, we don't even know if like an actual person named Ben is in anywhere, or if this thing just took his name. Like, it's all just, there's not a lot of information, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, because it leaves a lot of room for theories, and we love our theorizing, especially in Awakening chat. So what else can I say about the first arc other than Ben is free? I guess I could talk about the prologue videos. The prologue videos were uploaded on the channel before, and there's really the prototype video is more of, we're assuming, an explanation of how Ben works, and sort of like a callback with the name Alex, because there's a character named Alex in the second arc. And there's a character named Rosa in the second arc. And this Rosa video, a lot of the text in the Rosa video became important and was like sort of like a premonition type thing for things that happened in the videos with the game. So I think that's neat. But there's not a lot with the prototype video, but with the Rosa video, it feels like there could be things that are significant that could happen, or that have happened, that were in the Rosa video, just through text. Because Rosa says things like, don't open it, that's something that's important later. She talks about a lot. I really want to play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, but I can't get my copy to work, so I'm really sad. But the other thing about the truth is that there was a missing video called children.wmv, and matt.wmv is the full version of the last video. And for the longest time, everyone was like, oh, his name must be Matt then. But out of character, we got confirmation that they are not the same person, or that someone named Matt in the second arc is not the same as he is. It's a lot. There's a lot of names, a lot of similarities. But children.wmv actually got released a few days ago. So that's something that's kind of wild. So we'll head on over to the Moon Children arc. which is a lot. We'll see our favorite naked blue man, Kelbers. The Moon Children arc is a lot more complex and is actually something that needs to be explained. The original story can stand alone pretty well, obviously, considering there are people who have read the story and think that's it, and are like, oh, that's the end. But there's a lot more. And the Moon Children site came about through, and this is going to be a lot of like technical stuff, like typical like ARG solving things. So there's a lot of puzzles, a lot of ciphers, a lot of things, and that's just how it be. But they got to the site through all these ciphered things, and what it was just like through this old forum and all this other stuff it connected through, and we got the website you shouldn't have done that.net, which is now an archive. Can't stress that enough. It's an archive. It's not involved. But I should open up the archive, actually. Oh god, I love this music. There's not a way to turn it off, so that's good. But yeah, this is what the Moon Children website looks like. Everything is from the bottom up. All the posts go bottom up. We get introduced to a bunch of characters. All of a sudden, there's your boy Ifrit, who is mod. He uses a fake name even on his like profile, which is interesting to me. But I think he's pretty neat as a character. Because he's still kind of significant, just like a lot of people. But he's the person who is Matt that I was talking about. And then everyone was like, no, they're the same person, but they're apparently not the same person. And then there's Neko. This kid is like 11 years old. And the thing is, the Moon Children are a cult. Straight up. They're a cult. They do a lot of weird stuff. They talk about ascending and becoming one with Luna, which is like the moon deity or whatever that they follow. And it's like, it's something, that's for sure. But, and there's this guy, Duskworld, another dude, another moon child, I suppose. And the point of like what the Moon Children want is, as we learn later, is that they want to ascend and become one with Luna, because they talk about ascending, and then Ifrit is the one who says ascension is becoming one with Luna. And that's not very specific, because we don't even know what ascension is, and it's been forever. I mean, there's a lot of theories that it involves dying, it involves other stuff like that. So, we don't know the true nature of ascension. Meanwhile, there's this drowned guy. Funny. You would like mouse over this picture and it would turn into this picture. So it kind of like connects drowned to Ben in a way. But there's not like a real sort of connection other than that. It just means that's that. And there was a moonchild named Alex, who is also Link, we see here. Alex is an interesting character because we don't really... Alex had a YouTube channel, or has a YouTube channel, because I'm pretty sure that channel is still up. He ends up being like sort of like the character control, or like we never really like controlled, I guess, Alex. He just did things, and we did things to get a reaction from him, or for him to try and do the things we wanted. It's a lot. But Alex is a former main child. And everyone is just like, where's Alex? We haven't heard from him. And it's like a lot of people have been missing since this blackout, which is either like a significant event or just a way to say this is why there's nothing before this current time period. But there's just a lot of like moon children stuff. Yeah. And Calvarus is our big boy, the first moonchild to have spoken to Luna, as it says here. Oh hey, what's up? Another friend. I'm just I got bored, so I'm just trying to explain things to my friend. I'm not very good at this. And I thought maybe I could, do something instead of just sitting around. And potentially maybe someone would show up. I have a message. An actually significant message. Hello. But, the Lord's work, yeah. Oh boy. It's hard to like try and compile what happened during the Moon Children arc. And I was just about to mention how much like I appreciate Circle Hunter. Because this is a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of it is like stuff that's been a long ass time in the making. You see, now I'm self-conscious because someone who actually knows what I'm talking about is here. But, and like, I'm not trying to get too in depth because that's a lot. It's just like a basic rundown. And I don't remember, like, I was here when a lot of this happened, but I don't remember necessarily everything perfectly. I should be reading this all in Uwu, you know? I don't actually know how much longer I can... I know, Circle's great. But I might need to actually stop here in a bit. Which is kind of sad because I wanted to go until update, but... you know, it just doesn't work out like that. But... oh, fuck, I forgot about the countdown. Do it. I'm sure everyone would appreciate the uwu. But, there was a countdown on the website, and everyone was like, what's the countdown gonna do? What's the countdown? And there's a lot of Majora's Mask references, but actually, like, asking them about it didn't actually bode much, or get much, because we got, should you know what question to ask, the truth will be open. We got an email for Ifrit, and people were emailing him stuff. And just imagine all these randos emailing you, like, out of nowhere. But the emails are kind of funny to me because I think Ifrit's funny. I don't know why. I just think he's hilarious in some of his answers. But I think at this point we were trying to warn him that something was going to happen to him, because his name showed up in some places, especially in the video, and the fact that it was called Matt originally, and that's his name. But we just learn a lot of stuff about, well, a lot of stuff I say, but there's always more questions than answers. But basically it's just he makes me laugh because he's like, this particularly makes me laugh. Just, your eyes aren't worthy to see it. Is this a treatable ailment? Give them. Like, it's like, give me your toes except with your eyes. Like, that's the only reason why I think that's funny, is because it's like, give me your toes. I'm making myself laugh. No one else is gonna laugh at this. Um, but he's just, I like how also confused he is as to why like people are asking these things, or like what some of this information is. Like, I find this to be an interesting response because uwu toes, yes. But I think, like, I'm looking through all this stuff again, and like it's been 84 years, but seeing some of it, and especially some of the emails, because I didn't have like, I maybe saw like one or two of the emails back in the day. And another reason why we should like praise Circle is the fact that he was able to get so many of the emails. Um, but the main thing is, while people were emailing him, there was like the countdown thing was happening. Things got kind of real. Crazy music started playing on the website. And toward the end of people emailing him, his responses were, "Someone's knocking on my door. Someone's at my door. Someone's knocking on my door," and stuff. And like after that, like, that boy's a goner, or goes wherever everyone else goes when they disappear in this story, into the ether, into limbo where we don't know what in the heck happened to them. But I also think this is an interesting one. Someone named Alex. Like, it seems like, unlike some other people, especially because Rosa's response to being asked about Alex is interesting. She's like, "Why would we want to find him?" But Matt seems like he actually is like sort of concerned about him, like, from that. I don't know, this is just me reading into it. But he says Alex is their greatest warrior, right? Something like that. And here he is like, "Alex, where have you been? How are you?" This is also a funny response. "Who must we warn and how?" What? Like, where's Alex? Yeah, he disappeared during the blackout. The truth. Does it have anything to do with Luna? Of course. Explain it. What happens? Become one with Luna when you ascend. Who gives you the specific ascension time? Luna wins yours when Luna starts whispering to me. And a lot of people were asking him if he killed anyone or who he killed, and the reason that happened is because his email like password protection question was, "Who did I have to kill to get into the Moon Children?" So it's like, buddy. So he's just like, screw you guys, I'm not telling you. You're not gonna hack my email. But oh man, I want to keep going so bad. There's someone who was actually seriously asking about the Moon Children, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, we can hook you up." And like, his reaction to this mask from like, yeah, the actual Majora's Mask, and he gets all like mad about it. He gets a little butthurt, as they say. You've been drowned. What happens when the timer runs out? What timer? Buddy, that's your timer. Ben, like, they're asking about Ben. He ascended, or they think he ascended. We don't even know what happened there. Perhaps a botched ascension, an actual ascension, a weird ascension. Ascension is no longer a word to me. But I actually completely forgot for a while that Ifrit said that Ben was his friend, which I find also compelling. There's just a lot of things that I find interesting, but they don't have like a connection. And that's like half the fucking battle with this thing. We just don't know. Getting butthurt about his email being hacked. You're my only hope. None of the others can talk. You understand that, right? If you were chosen, I'd tell you. And just, would I kill Ben? Did you? I find Matt to be very interesting. But I guess the point, the end result of this is that, oh yeah, there's Alex. I forgot that was when he posted so the regenerated video where he plays the Song of Time and resets everything, because that's a thing that we didn't know we had until just then. It established that we could play songs and influence things, and unfortunately some people did some really stupid things with that. There was just a lot of not good that came from people being able to play whatever songs they felt like. You better, like, give me some answers, Ben. Jeez. I will fight Ben in the pit. I will punch him in the face until he tells me exactly what happened. But, like, I need the opportunity to punch Ben, you know? I'm just waiting for that to come. Because this guy has been taunting me for almost 10 years now. I am ready. Like, any answers would be great. Especially with all the new stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself, but all the new stuff with the quote unquote post apocalyptic thing, that's really like. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like an alternate reality or another timeline, but like, what is the connection between them? Again, ahead of myself, but the second cycle. Let's get back on track. So it's basically the same as the first. Well, a lot of it's the same as the first, except Ifrit is no longer there. And this guy is in his spot. Kevin. I'm not. I ain't about to try and. I mean, I say this name Insidiae, but I don't know how to actually pronounce it because it's Latin, I'm pretty sure. But I am not good with Latin. Even though I used to be in choir and we sang in Latin a lot. Some new pages appeared. Alex's contact page. Everyone had like pages and stuff, or supposedly they had pages. Because I know Ifrit had one, and of course Alex had one, Ben had one, but everything was pretty nonsensical. But they're just things that have changed. They're slightly different because I guess Ifrit was no longer there. But that's when someone was like, maybe we should play songs. And so it gave us more time. Yeah. Sorry. That's perfect. fight Ben in the pit any day. I'm just waiting for him to want to fight me. He thinks I'm not worth fighting. He better think again. So, Mimi, I'm trying to do a live stream. uh, so the different songs had different effects as they do in the game. In Majora's Mask. So someone slowed down time to try and give us more time to figure things out. And then someone played I should be reading their usernames because it's only fair, but I don't want to try and pronounce people's usernames. So we played New Wave Bossa Nova, and that was actually, I mean, it would have been great. It would be really great if we had more emails with Rosa. But as it is now, it just feels more like, I don't feel like we got a lot from the Rosa emails aside from Ryukaki. But that's even, like, ambiguously canon now, so it's not really much. But what we did get was, I mean, fair enough, we did get the username and password to the truth. Or one of the, there were a lot of files, and I told you, it's a lot. It's a lot. But what, because there was another the truth that I forgot to mention, but it's a text file and not an RTF file. Matters. So, got in contact with Rosa, and there are only 2 email exchanges here. Because I'm assuming that's all that people had or were able to bring to the table. It's fine, you know? It's been years. Compiling all of that stuff, maybe you lose access to, like, your emails. It's fine. Emails? I can't speak. But there was that, and then someone played the Song of Healing. And went after Rosa. Kelbris is scary. And then someone played Oath to Order, but we hadn't met the requirements for Oath to Order, and Alex got deaded. Which was great. And then we got Song of Timed again. And we didn't save Rosa, which is unfortunate. Link got deaded. Used a fairy to save Alex. Continue. And someone played Sonata of Awakening, but Alex disappeared. And then Dark Link is hunting someone down. We don't know. And then a hiatus happened. Which was fine. And then a while later, it was unhiatused. You know, stuff just happens. That's the Ryukaki arc. We're not going to talk about that because I have to go. But I'd like to do this again, actually. Maybe more organized, less me rambling. But I do have a link in the description for the wiki, and I have a link to the channel for video viewing. And if you have time on your hands, kitten, like if you're ever bored and you just like your brain is like, I want to read something, reading through like the timeline on the wiki would be Because then we can talk about it and I can be like, I know it's confusing, but it's just a lot, you know? And I would indeed fight Ben in the pit. I will fight Ben one on one. I've told him this several times. I've tweeted at Ben. I've commented at Ben. You know, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to go mano a mano. You know, I'm not the only one though. I feel like, yeah, that's fair. Tell Callie to stop being Callie, or maybe not stop being Callie, but to stop fighting you. But yeah, I say but yeah a lot. Um, that's about all I can do. This page is coming from he's pissed about the Magna Carta. I told him to fix his freaking links. Like, if you're gonna post images, let me at least see them, Ben. Um, let me see your nudes. No, that's probably not a good thing to say. Let me see the strange images you're posting. You showed me weird amalgamation babies. I mean, if it's a weird amalgamation baby, then, you know, I'm not gonna be phased. But if you show me more weird babies, I might have to punch you harder. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna go actually, I'm hungry. I need food. I'm hungry and I wanna eat before I start like vomiting all over myself about the update. So thanks for your coming. I'll see y'all later. Probably keep talking, but not on stream. Uh, bye bye.